that he could do
He
and
blocked his
just
entire
listen to this
family.
woman, what would you do?
Everything I say on this app is real. Can nobody say I'm a liar? Nobody.
Well, I'd be the first motherfucker going to my brother's house and taking care of it. That's what I would be doing.
Right. But
Okay,
here's the
so
thing. So when someone knocks on Nicole's door to try to take care of her, she's on the phone with Jerry and she says, someone's knocking on my door. And Jerry says, lock the door and don't answer it.
That's why I tell Nicole that ain't my girlfriend.
So, back to what I was saying is prior to, so what brought her to this app was he was engaged, and she was engaged to a guy named Richard, and he got sick and was in the hospital, and unfortunately he didn't make it out of the hospital. Well, that information was not passed on to Nicole because his family felt that she was already in a vulnerable state, and with everything that goes on with her, they didn't want to make it worse. So they just kind of didn't tell her. So she came on this app looking for him with videos. That's what actually blew her up on this app. He then stepped in with, I'm sure somebody with the things that she has, on top of being in a grieving process and thinking that your fiance is missing, as somebody who doesn't have those concerns that Nicole has, we have a hard time grieving as it is. But so then you add Nicole's symptoms onto that. He came in at that and in that vulnerable spot, and she pretty much emotion transferred onto him, and he's taking full advantage of it. So when he says that he was big before her, he was here first, blah, 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 blah. No, Nicole was pretty much viral looking with the videos of where's Richard.
he didn't know that though because of her state.
Right. And so, so when he gained all these followers and is where he is now, it's off the back of Nicole. And he is receiving money from his followers. I witnessed it firsthand multiple times. They will give him money, and they will say on live that they're giving him money for groceries for Nicole. Then the next day, and then that night, Nicole's eating ramen, and he had 3 pizza deliveries. The next day, he's on live saying, well, she has noodles, so she ain't getting that money.
And on top of that, she is fully provided for so her mom is her payee, gets her check, and she pays her rent and what have you. So what's left over, the $20 that he says that's all she gets every month, because everything else is all covered. It's all covered through the payee. On top of that, the father, who is not with the mother anymore, and her sister, they all provide her. They do grocery deliveries to her house. They have a cleaner that comes over there, that's someone that comes and washes her clothes periodically. She's fully provided for, all her hygiene products, everything. But he has went online and made the TikTok community believe that she is been left and forgotten by her family. Her mom's a rug addict and only gives her $20, and she's not taken care of, that she needs to eat. Nobody tells her when to bathe. She literally has a schedule on her wall in her apartment, and Fly Dreamer, who's the host of this that's on the phone right now, has been to Nicole's house. It was friends with Nicole, took Nicole on an outing. She saw all of this firsthand. He's made people think that she has bed bugs and that's why she has sores on her face and that she needs an exterminator. He's gotten people to try to pay for that. He's told people when they came in from their outing, she had 7 bags of groceries sitting there, and Fly looked at the receipt. It was from her sister. He told everyone, oh, good, you got the groceries that I sent you. He made his community believe that he sent and paid for those groceries. The list just goes on and on and on and on.
Okay,
And
so what is it? Okay. This is what I'm trying to wrap my head around. Is this chat in this group here to just like talk about what's going on, or is this a chat that is trying to fix the situation?
We're
And
trying to
that-
fix the situation.
Fix it.
so what can we do to fix this situation? Like, what is the plan? If you
There
guys
is a
think
plan.
that
Misty, hold on. There is a plan. Her family has a plan in place right now as we speak. Of course, they are not divulging that because of the person that we're dealing with. He has many, he spent time for fraud charges for this very thing that he's doing to Nicole. He has done in the past. And sadly to say, when her family, her father's side, who is doing things behind the scenes as we speak, when they get this under control and get him out of her life, sadly, unless he's incarcerated again, he's gonna move on to the next girl like Nicole. But at our deal right now, the reason we're here is Fly, the host of this. She's on the phone right now. She is boots on the ground. She lives near Nicole. She's visited Nicole. She loves Nicole. We are all here for Nicole, and they are all working together to remedy this situation. And it will be remedied. He thinks it's not going to be, and he's got all these plans in place, and he tried to use you, as a matter of fact, to help him with his plan, but it's not going to work because there are hundreds and hundreds of people behind her father's family to help this situation end. And sadly, it's going to really hurt
I done told
Nicole.
y'all, pick 11.
okay, so I can go to bed tonight
On the table, but y'all's asses is
knowing that I can go to bed tonight knowing that from what you guys are saying,
refreshing it like a
I can go to bed tonight knowing that Nicole is in good hands because she does have her family close and Jerry is manipulating her into isolation.
Yes, absolutely.
Have you ever heard of Stockholm Syndrome?
A little bit.
That's pretty much what's going on right now.
She's in love with her captor.
Yeah. I will tell you, Misty, so Fly has actually spoken to the police in the area. She actually was on live with them tonight again. So not only are the people, at least in this live, I can't speak for everybody, of course, here to get a resolution to this and make sure that Nicole is safe, but also to get awareness out because he's already grooming his next victim because he knows this is coming to an end.
Yep.
She's in his chats. She laughs at his jokes. She's already, he's already starting to convince her in lies that, they're trying to say you're my next victim. Jerry would never do that. Like he talks in third person, he's already grooming her. He preys on people who have intellectual disabilities and mental health
very
concerns.
low self-esteem. Very low self-esteem.
You're right, Linda.
Misty, he has a record that is 472 pages long.
Dang, I didn't know that.
For
Yes.
burglary, theft, fraud, writing bad checks.
Fraud of women.
Fraud of women. And everything that will be said in this live, I can't speak for others. I can back up with 100% proof, concrete proof.
Wait, how many pages?
472.
Oh, wow.
He's done 22 years. He is 42 years old, and he has
43.
done he's 40, he's 42.
I'll be back.
He's 43. I
He's
found out
not.
on Facebook.
No, he's not. He's 1984.
83. I have a screenshot. I'll show you.
I know, but I have his record.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
I didn't get kicked from his live. Victoria was like, "Are you going to be on that thing all night?" Because like I was, listening and talking and whatever, and then I got off for a while. And I had went in there because I was saying, "Nicole, I'm going to bed. Sing to me." Because I don't know if you guys seen that earlier.
You
They
know.
were singing together. I was bawling my eyes out.
She loves to sing.
It's
Loves
so
to sing.
cute.
She
She
loves
is
it.
just such a beautiful soul. I love her so much.
I'm going to warn you though, you being in this box and listening to us and kind of opening your eyes, you will be blocked.
You absolutely.
Yeah.
But what I was
100%.
saying is
Without explanation.
he's 42 years old and he's done 22 years in prison. What's that tell you? He's done more time in prison.
Oh, he's gonna block me because I'm in here?
Absolutely.
Yes.
100%.
Oh yeah, he won't give you a second to explain. As soon as you show up in his live, give it time. When they've already probably been in here and have went over and let him know you were in here talking to us and you were up in this box, you will be blocked. Because anyone that he even remotely thinks that might hear the truth, that's why he shields Nicole. He makes her turn off her comments. He has full control over her account, her TikTok account now. He has a mod in there, PETA. Well, she's got a list. She'll block everybody that comes in there that she thinks for a second is in this, is not just this group.
I don't want to be blocked. I was getting ready to send Nicole a huge box of stuff.
No, you'll be blocked. And his real life girlfriend, who he's with currently, Catherine with an H, or Caitlin with an H, is one of his mods as well.
And Misty, what? Okay, he's put Nicole's address on TikTok. He's put the woman he was living with last week. Her name's Linda. It was 72-year-old cancer patient. She took him in through her church program as he was homeless, recovering addict. He was supposed to stay there 2 weeks. It was 2 years. She screamed on TikTok lives, "I want you out of my house, Jerry," more than once. Finally, the cops called, the Adult Protective Services, took her off to talk to her. When they got back, they made Jerry leave last week. After 2 years, she's been trying to get him out of her house. She screamed it on TikTok. There's clips of it everywhere.
Yeah, sorry.
Whoa. He lived with a cancer patient that was through the church.
Yes.
He lived with her. She was 72.
Linda. Yes, she's bald from chemo. She wore a turban. This is just last week. He just left her house.
And she told him to get out. Why?
He was only supposed to stay there for her to help him for a couple of weeks through the program. He would not leave after 2 years. That was 2 years he'd been there. They said that after he stayed there that she would have to get him evicted, and it was a very costly a process to get him out, and she couldn't afford it. And she physically and mentally was trying, but she said, "I just want you out, Jerry. I just want you out." She would literally scream, "I just want you out. You aren't supposed to be here for 2 years." I mean, she literally got on the live and told the whole story. Yeah. And he still would not leave until finally, like I said, the cops had been called, because of all of this, to the house, and they called Adult Protective Services. They took Linda off to talk to her, and then when they returned, they made him leave. And that is why he is on the road right now. I don't know what state he's in. He says he's in Kentucky, he's in Florida, he's in South Carolina. Every week he says he's somewhere different. We don't care. But
no, I'm too emotional for this stuff.
Sorry, Misty, honestly, the best thing to do is to just do your own research. All you got to do is go on TikTok and type in the search bar Jerry and Nicole and
Linda. Yeah,
you'll be spending a month catching up.
It'll be mind-boggling.
Yeah, and when she would Miss Linda would tell him to get out, he'd say, "Make me," or something like that, and she'd be like, "I can't." He's like, "I know," and then go off.
He would laugh.
He knew that she.
Why is Dogface asking what's wrong with me? What is wrong with you?
If anybody new came in, We're not going to be disrespectful in the chat.
What is
Misty's
wrong with
here.
you if you can't cry over a situation as dire as
We're
this?
being
That's what I wanna
respectful,
know.
and she is listening, and she's taking it all in. She was unaware, so we're not going to be disrespectful. I will block.
You are reacting like any normal human being would
Yes,
act.
she is. Yes, she
So-
is.
You want to still get that care package together? You can get with Fly privately.
Well, here's my question. What address do you
Because-
have? Because you may not be sending it to Nicole's house. If you got the address from Jerry, there's a
Well, if it was a
possibility.
care package, he would let that go because it's not anything he can gain off of it financially.
Correct.
I don't know.
So he would let that go. He won't
I
let.
had told him that I was a reseller, so I have like 18 pallets, and so I wanted to know her size because I want to send her some clothes.
Yeah.
Oh, but make sure you give him the gratification for that, though, because he did that.
Yeah, he'll take credit for that.
He will tell. He will tell his live that he paid for those clothes and had them sent to her.
So Fly, when she got home, when she went to drop Nicole off after their day out, there was 3 grocery orders there. One of them was from her sister. The other one was from the girl that Fly's actually on the phone with. But he told the chat that all of that was from him. And Nicole.
So what was the
in
reason
her-
that Fly had went to? Because I got a little bit of who Fly was. That's why I was
Okay.
scrolling and I had seen her live.
Fly was actually befriended him. She actually was following Nicole, and of course got started seeing him being involved. And she used to live around the corner from Nicole. She got involved like your heart. You genuinely feel for this girl, and Fly, who's on the phone, she literally has the same kind of heart you have and wanted to genuinely befriend Nicole.